Okay, I'm here with Grant Goodale, the CEO of Massively Fun, and you're showing off the new Settlers of Catan game, which obviously I'm super excited about as a big Catan fan. Show me what this is all about.
Absolutely. So we're calling it Catan World, and if you're familiar with the original game Word Squared, it's a similar treatment given to Settlers of Catan. So it's a massively multiplayer game played in real time on an infinitely large board with hundreds of thousands of Catan-like islands that players can attempt to achieve dominance on.
Right. So show this to me here, because I play a lot on my iPhone, but this is a totally different experience. It's different than what you would see in either the board game or on the iPhone.
It is. And that's part of the challenge of doing asynchronous real-time games is it's going to be really boring if I have to sit around and wait for your turn and you've gone off to go do something else. So, for example, here you can see I've already started myself on an island. I've got enough for a longest road there, and I can roll my dice. Here, get myself some resources. Oh, I'm getting a lot of wheat up there. I should probably trade that before the robber hits me. So I have all the basic mechanics of a Catan. I can trade away to the ports. I can instantiate trades for with other users. Basically, I can do pretty much everything I would do in Catan. The catch is that I'm playing in real time rather than in a turn-based. So other people on this island are playing at the same time I am, trying to take over, and they're not going to wait for me to finish. So you can see here I've got a boat. I have the ability to sail around through the waters, and I can explore and find new islands. And then once I find an island I like, I can land on it, I can scout out. You can see fog up here. Everything starts out in fog, and basically what I can do is I can send scouts ashore to try and reveal the board and find the best place to land and beat my opponents.
Which that part is very different from the game. I mean, obviously you cannot translate that into from the board game.
Right, and the closest I think is probably something like what's in Seafarers, where you're flipping over tiles and sort of discovering the island. But again, that's more of almost a collaborative experience as opposed to this. And so you can see, we've got our harbors. We're basically playing along through a fairly normal game of Catan. The catch is I'm able to do it in real time. And this is all built in HTML5. There's no Flash here, there's no native code, which means it runs on the iPad just as well as it runs on the desktop. Same code, everybody's in the same place in real time. As a matter of fact, you can see that ship is my ship over here. I can actually, I'm just starting to scout on that island. So that's us. I've got all the basic mechanics of Catan. We're going to add in things like a leveling system and a tech tree so that you can actually improve the things that your cities can do and your settlements can do, improve the speed of your units, all sorts of things to make for a very rich experience.
Yeah.
Hopefully still very true to this kind of core Catan experience.
Right, but one of the things that's different is that the gameplay is so much faster. You were saying you can play a game in about an average of 5 minutes versus if you play a board game, it can last an hour at least. And the iPhone game, I'm guessing, is maybe 20 or 25 minutes. So
somewhere in there, yes.
So what was the appeal of trying to get that down to 5 minutes?
Yeah, so one of the things we've noticed, and I mean you see this a lot, especially in mobile gaming, is people are playing games, when they're on the line at the bank, when they're sitting around waiting to do something else. Or these are these sort of bite-sized chunks of fun that they want, and they want a lot of variety, but they don't want to get very deep in it. So by getting that game time down, by offering up something like a matchmaking service where you can literally drop into one of these islands and play it in a couple of minutes with them, we have the ability to sort of give you that bite-sized chunk of fun in very sort of Catanish fashion. And for us, that's a big advantage because it means that when you're playing on your desktop, you can have a broader experience. You can play several islands, but at the same time, when you're out with your phone, you can just play that one island when you're standing around at the bank.
Very cool. Well, thanks for showing it to me today.
Thanks for having us over.